Hello everyone and welcome. I of course am Mica and I'm here with an update on Ashes of Creation. Today there was a live stream with the team from Intrepid Studios giving us an update on other testing phases, some new cosmetics and other information that I wanted to share just in case you were not able to watch the stream. But first things first, as you can see they released some new gameplay footage. Since we've been doing stress tests in Battle Royale mode, they wanted to show us more of what the game will be like as an actual MMO, since that is in fact the main focus. There has been some backlash about Ashes going down that Battle Royale or arena game road, and they wanted to show us that no, it is in fact an MMO. Just in case you were curious, they did see these graphic settings were set to medium and the animations are brighter than they will be at launch, but they are trying to create settings so you can even set animations lower to be less intrusive, which I personally am thankful for, since some MMOs I play, all I can see is a bunch of flashes of multicolored lights instead of the actual battle. The UI is also at a bare minimum, and this is in alpha test stages still, so everything is functional, not flashy as they put it. They are showing us this simply for transparency's sake, so keep that in mind with this footage. The map they're running around here is going to be the map they use in Alpha 1 Phase 2, and as you can see, they're showing off the weather effects and how the weather is going to dynamically interact with the world. You can see it's creating puddles and there's fog, and in case you missed it, let me back up here just a little bit and replay where we saw this giant spider monster. That monster and monsters like it are actually spawned due to the weather. So apparently in the next test, they will be testing the weather system and its effects on the world. If you look really closely, you can see they are using a combination of action and tab target combat. Steven pointed out that Jeffrey, who's playing the sword and board, was using action combat with his sword and tab targeting for his miscellaneous actions. So even while it's very basic, we get to see a hint of the action tab target combat combo in action. They also ran us through a stage 3 node while completing a quest, letting us better see what nodes at this stage are going to look like. They did reiterate that cities will vary in appearance due to their population size, the main race, the location, what kind of node it is, like if it's scientific, religious, militaristic. There's going to be a lot of different things that are going to influence the appearance of the node, so there's not going to be too many similarities between them. You may never actually see one that looks like this while you play. I mean, it is an option, but it just may not be there. They also touched on how well testing has been so far and letting us know that they are still ahead of schedule and are still planning on a full release before 2020. However, as some game-breaking bugs and something can always happen, they will not hesitate to push back that release to make sure the quality is there and they're not releasing a broken game, which frankly I have to give them kudos for, because so many companies just push out a completely broken game thinking, we'll just fix it with patches or what's worse, DLC. And what does this mean for you beta testers out there? Well, beta is going to be super short. It's not going to be one of those betas that run for multiple months. They just have over a year before they plan on releasing after all, and they are still in alpha phase 1. So beta is going to be short and sweet and used to apply that final polish before release. However, and this was the most exciting part of the stream, if you are as eager as I am to get your hands on this game, they're going to have a test they are calling Ashes of Creation Apocalypse. And that's going to be open to absolutely everyone. They're going to be using it to test systems, server stability, performance, and all that stuff, and will consist of more Battle Royale, castle sieges, and a horde mode. They're even tying this into the game by making it happen on Vera during the fall, so many years before we come back at the official launch. As Jeffrey said, it's going to be a game before the game. Hopefully, it's going to give us a glimpse and better understanding of what happened to our ancestors. This type of thing should make lore whores like myself absolutely giddy. And to put the cherry on top of this Sunday of creation, participation will earn you costumes, mounts, furniture, achievements, awards, emotes, all that fun stuff, and it's going to be exclusive to these tests. So even if you're not a fan of the content, you're going to get some pretty nice rewards just for helping out. And speaking of in-game items, they did give us a look at some of the new Halloween-themed items going up on the cash shop. Even though there's not going to be an actual Halloween in Vera, they will acknowledge it. I personally love that they kept it horror instead of that cutesy horror like some games I'm not going to mention. Because in my opinion, no kawaii is the best type of kawaii. And look at this little guy. He's a little pet that's going to follow you around. I mean, how cute is that? They also mentioned a bunch of other little things, like a new official site will be launching very soon. The guild local creator will be up and running by Alpha 2. Parkour will be introduced, but it's going to be very limited since it's a lot of work. But it's not necessarily out of the picture. It may be a future thing. We're really just going to have to wait and see. player ships, player mounts, buildings, etc. This will all be targetable and nameable, and its functions will be determined by content. So if you have a really big transport ship, you're going to have to shield and man it differently depending on various factors. And finally, this Saturday, November 3rd at 2018, 9 a.m. Pacific time, they will be live on their Twitch stream for 24 hours, helping to raise money for Extra Life, an organization that raises money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Steven will be hosting a Pathfinder campaign set in Vera, and there'll also be gaming marathons and I'm sure a whole lot of shenanigans. So be sure to tune into that. It's for a really good cause. But that is all I have for you right now. Thank you for joining me. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, as I do release videos weekly and have more in the works. If you want to follow me on social media, everything is linked below. And as always, it's been a hoot. Until next time, have fun.